Hello, my name is Michael Butterfield. I'm going to go over the Scrum methodology. What is Scrum? Scrum is an agile framework for completing projects, especially or originally for completing development projects, but it works with other projects as well. Scrum methodology helps overcome problems that a lot of projects have. Some of these examples are ongoing, or the problems can be organizing a team, changing the outcome of the project halfway through the development, or changing the scope of the project, and team confusion. Scrum components. There's a product backlog in Scrum, and this is a list of requirements or functions that are written as if they are coming from the end user, and these are known as user stories. It's kind of like a wish list of everything that the end user or whoever uses the program will want the program or project to do. And then there's a release backlog, and this is a tool used to estimate the time that it will take to finish a project. And this is done by taking all the user stories from the product backlog and just figuring out how long it will take to develop each one and then adding it all together. And then there are sprints, and that's kind of a cycle or a time period of work that results in a portion of the product being completed. And we'll talk more about those in a minute. There's also a burn down chart, and this is a chart that displays how much work is left on a project on the y-axis and how much time is left to complete the project on the x-axis. And so you can take the average of the slope and try to calculate if you're going to get done on time. And that looks like a very useful tool because you can see if you need to speed up or how you're doing. There's also daily Scrum meetings, and those are meetings held each day to make sure that everyone is on the same page. It improves communication, and it makes sure that the project is moving forward. So how this all fits together, the product backlog is created, and that was the wish list. And then there's a meeting to determine what part of that backlog needs to be completed during the next sprint or the first sprint. And then there are daily meetings during the sprint to keep the project moving forward. And the sprint is the development process, and that should produce a potentially shippable product. And at the end of a sprint, where that block of the project from the product backlog is finished, there is a review of the sprint. And then after the review, the team returns to the backlog, the product backlog, and chooses the next group of items on the wish list to see what should be done next, and then the process repeats. There is another sprint to complete that. And here are the references or my sources that I used. I'm also going to talk about local storage. So I made a notebook for local storage. So I'm going to talk about some of I use JavaScript functions and a JavaScript object here. And so if the type of storage is not undefined, then in local storage, it will save a note. And the note is a string, and I use a getElementById method to get what's in the notepad, which is a text area, an HTML text area. And then I use getElementById again to display the saved note. And I need to do this in a function to call the function to actually save everything. And then I need to do it outside of a function. So my note is displayed when you don't click the button to save the note. So I will show you what I'm talking about. So here you can save, this is my website, and you can save yourself a note. That's the point of it. You can do like, tomorrow, or I need to buy milk, to remind yourself that you need to buy milk or something. And then you can save your note, and it says, next time you will load this page, this note will display, I need to buy milk. So right now, this is my same note from last time. And then if, let's say you close out of it, or whatever, and then try it again, it will save it in local storage. I need to buy milk. So that's just an application that I made so you can save yourself a note, close out of it, and go and remember your notes. I'm going to post this to the community. If anybody has any questions, please let me know.